Hello everyone. Before I get going on this video, um, I messed up on the recording. I messed up on the video. I messed up several times in between. I've not been very well for the last couple of days, so I'm going to say that's the reason why. But if you're wondering about the quality, why has the quality gone down from the one where I just fixed the quality? All of that can be explained by me being an idiot. So this is recorded in 480, 640 by 480, and then stretched, and it looks appalling. Um, but yeah, I'll leave that there, and let's build the rest of the Steam Deck. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode. This is a part two of the Steam Deck build. Now, before I get going or anything, you're gonna have to excuse me on this one because I've been fairly ill the last few days. I've got a bit of a sore throat. Um, just not the ideal time to be doing this, but we've got to move stuff along. So I left the last video having kind of fully disassembled the old Steam Deck, and at that point I hadn't really done anything um, with the new deck. So since that video, I've been uh, well, I did press record when I was doing this, but seemingly I'm an idiot, and I thought I pressed record and didn't. So we're gonna catch up from this point here, which is where we're at now, and that is we've got the inner chassis back in the device here, and we've re-put all of our stuff for the screen. We've cleaned and touched up the inside of the screen. So this is the screen here. We've cleaned all of the old tape off, any scratches and whatnot on the original backing of the screen we touched up. Um, and of course, as it stands, there is a. This looks a bit dirty, but of course it is just that. It's not actually dirty. Yeah, just a bit dusty. It's been sitting on my desk. Um, so in this video, the plan is to rebuild the deck. So we're going to pop this in first of all, and then we're going to just slowly put it back together. So I think that's where I'm going to start. I'm just going to, you can hopefully see that I've already put all of the um, adhesive on the case ready on the inner sections. So I think we're just going to kick off. I'm going to try and not, I probably won't say that much, but hopefully you can follow, and I'll be saying enough. So yeah, let's just carry on with this build. So first things first, we're just going to remove all of these for this section of the screen. We don't want this here, and the screen goes into the device this way round. So this is where the fun begins, lining it up and getting it in the case there. Getting a nice little push down on it so it's nice and level. And the idea is we want it just to sit nicely on. There we go. And then that should be screen in position. It's not going anywhere, which is nice. There we go. Awesome. Once we're all back together, we'll put a little counterweight on it just to hold it into the device, make it look spot on. We're going to need to do some cleaning as we go. So I've got some IPA here, ideal for electronic components, and then a load of cotton buds. So there we go. And once it's all back together, we'll probably polish up the buttons, and we'll put a layer of polish on the screen, all of that sort of stuff. We'll make it nice, make it real nice. But yeah, quite happy with where we're at so far. So if the screen looks scratched or dirty, I can assure you it's dirty. It's not scratched. So I Don't worry about that. There's a little bit of dirt on it here. Get rid of that. But yeah, I think with this one I'll put its new owner would like a screen protector, so we'll pop a screen protector on it as well. But first things first, let's get it all built up, tested, back together, functioning as a Steam Deck. So we're gonna, first things first, we're gonna put the touch sensors in each side, and that is a good starting place. We've got each touch sensor goes in like this here, so we'll be plopping those in, lining them up, and making them fit lovely. Let's have a little look at that. Yeah, look at that. It's going to look lovely when it's done. But yeah, let's just remove this out so that we can give it a little clean around the edges. They tend to pick up dust where it meets the console, so we're just going around the edges here. With our, oh god, are we going to have focus issues with this? Okay, before we carry on, you'll have to excuse me. I'm going in. Right, okay. So yeah, we've cleaned this up. We're going to pop these back in now and consider getting all these screwed down and ready to go. So really the trick here is just clipping them into where the deck wants them, and we've got our screwdriver we were using last time and all of the screws, etc. here. And we did go through having a look at the screws, package load them up together, and dealing with that. So these four, this. Again, I'm not too worried about the screws. It seems that there's only a certain number of screws that are of similar sizes, having gone through them all. And I do think that there was maybe one or two that were in the wrong places. So we are just going to carry on working on it. So first things first, let's get the touch sensors in. That's that one there. My apologies. He's a bit of a chunky boy. Excellent. So the plan here is obviously to put it all back together and A, not destroy the case, and B, have it nice and done properly. That one there. So let's just get on it. Put these bits in. As I'm putting it in, they're clipping into place quite nicely. The case is actually quite nicely built, so I'm not too worried about that sort of stuff. We've got our screen in. Before we do this, we actually want to put the main board in as well. So I did fit up all of the grills. So you got the grills, the buttons. I did pre-all fit them up before I got involved in this video. So yeah, there might be a little bit of some stuff missing. So apologies for that. But as I say, not been feeling too great and just been sort of picking little bits up as I go. So all fun and games. So what we're doing here is we just want to reinstall the ribbons into the screen. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Just get that down there, get it in there nice. Clip that off. Cool. Do that. There we go. So that should be in there nice.
then the main board. So the main board's got a couple on the back, hasn't it? We've got this one here, which slots in this one. Ah, God. But yeah, not on the best of form these last couple of days with everything. Just not feeling too great, which always knocks you off your stride a little. So just running a little bit behind on some of these things. But hey, we'll catch up. We will catch up. I've got hopefully some interesting stuff that I'm going to be putting on here over the next little while. Don't know how interested people are in things like the Wonder Swan and stuff like that, but got some Wonder Swan content coming. Do like a Wonder Swan. And underappreciated console, I think, the Wonder Swan. And then this little fella here needs to go into this side of the board over here. Probably should have done this one first. So just going to try and pop it in. We can do it this way. There we go. Goes nicely. Clip it down. There we go. That's the main board. So how does this fit nice into there? There we go. Nice. So some of these screws we need to remember weren't actually in the machine at this point. So, and we can work out which ones by saying, okay, well, let's pop this back in first. Little doodah here. If not always the easiest to get in these little things. There we go. That's that one. And then we've got the main one, battery. Probably leave the battery out for now, actually, just because we can. So if we look at it, this here goes on here. So it covers this screw. These ones down here. So this one is a screw we need to put in. And on that. There we go, nice. Top mid is also a screw we need to put in. We'll grab that one. Get that one in there. Oh. And as we're putting them in, we're just being super careful, making sure we've got the right screws in the right places. Because not all of these are the right screws. And this one's quite a short, little short screw. And it's probably best if at certain points I refer back to my video taking it apart, because I've been not well. It's been a few days where it is, you know. Let's just have a look at what came from where, because that'll be interesting. I did go through and redo some of these holes, and a couple of these mainboard screws are these smaller ones. Excuse me. So this one in particular, I think, is this one for here. Oh, no. Come on, Vince. There we go. And yeah, just trying to work out what screws were in what places. Okay. That one there, that one there, that one there. Your boy gone messed up. He left it too much time. before putting it all back together. And that doesn't always work out to our advantage. It's a really small one. There we go. Using the correct screws is always beneficial. And we know that on top of each one of these, so everything over this side is the left of the console, which means that everything over this side is the right of the console. These were the small black screws, we know that. I did go through and pre-screw a load of these holes based on the previous instructions from the vendor. That video, I mentioned it in my last video. There's a video of what screws are to go where. Totally useless. Took me bloody ages. But yeah, I'm trying to put it back with all the original screws, just because I think the original screws are better. Better screws, better fit for the console. So that's what we're trying to do here. We will need to go through and so both of these clip under here. This clips into the secondary board. Then we've got some bits that we need to put back in. So over here we've got, excuse me a minute, some new bits for the console. So let's grab these out, and we've got these two little doodahs are specifically for the speakers. So we're going to grab these out, and we're just going to, nice. We're just going to install them into the console. So I've got this blue backing on them, and I wonder if it goes in, not sure what way. We're just going to sit this on here for now, and peel this off away from its shell here. Oh wow. Yeah, quite how I'm going to put this on without it sticking to me is, I guess, a question, because it is very, very sticky. And what we really want to do is get it in there on the right spot, which is like that there. And then obviously push this down. Don't want it to stick to anything other than where it's meant to stick to. And we're also going to do it for the next one. Probably could have taken these out of the original deck, but it's always nice to have the right sticky ones. So I found the best way to do it is just hold this out the way, and we're going to put, it's not easy, very sticky and difficult to get in the right place. And this might be a better way. That's it. The idea of that is speakers are going to hide behind it. It should look square or fairly square. This one doesn't, and you can see it through the deck. So we're absolutely going to make sure it is square and that it looks right. So if we have to replace it with the original ones, we will. Come on, little fella. So just have a quick look at the front of the deck. Yeah, you can see, looks quite cool. You probably won't notice these so much once they're in and looking pretty good. But this, I'm going to say goes in like this here, and then these stick to original here, comes down round here, here, and then right over, probably in the wrong way. I'm just going to have a little fiddle with this because it could be that this goes round this way. Yeah, this looks better. Any nastiness, get rid of, and then this pops in there like that, and that should be all we need there. So we then should see these bits looking good. Looking good indeed. You might even look a bit better without the grills, you know, but we're not going to go too mad into it. Just pop this over here, like so. And this pops in over here, like so. And then we've got our Wi-Fi antennas next. Now, I think in the original video, I waffle on for way too long when I'm removing the Wi-Fi antennas. So let's have a little look where I'm removed them. Yeah. So let's have a little look. Okay, so black to bottom, white top, which is good. It's good to remember. So let's just peel this back. There might be a bit more editing in this one because, yeah, we're going to make a lot of mistakes on the way through. That's okay. Part of learning. Is making mistakes. And these things aren't always the easiest to put on. And I've still got the same setup for this lot. A setup that I will be improving over time. But I think for now we just need to see how we get on. Goes there. This one goes probably that way down there nicely. And then we can put our sticker back on. Like so. And then our NVMe drive, which is around here somewhere. There it is. Let's pop this fella back in. He slots in here like this, and then a little screw on top to hold him in. And it was this one here. Sweet. Okay. And then I'm going to put this along the side of here. Clip him on there. Route these cables. And we're starting to look pretty good, right? Starting to look pretty good. Cool. Okay, next up. Let's do the other touch sensor. So I'm going to be doing much the same with this. Just going to go around the edges, clean it all up. Any face buttons and stuff like that we can polish up when the console's all back together. Just need to be a bit careful about the shell. Don't want to be damaging anything. I love the design of these. I don't know why they're like they are. I guess if anyone knows, other 30 odd people to subscribe to me, thank you. I will, and they can tell me why they've got the crazy springs. That would be awesome. Because right now my answer is dunno. There's this 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. More than enough of these screws. Right, yeah. Nice. Isn't that good? And this one. Good news is we haven't broke anything yet. Well, that we know of. I mean, we might have broken the screen. It's possible. I know what you're thinking. Okay. All right. That's looking pretty good, right? We're almost back together. I've obviously cleaned the APU. I love the fact it's got Valve written on it, but we all know it's a Ryzen SoC with Navi graphics. Can't argue with that. Real nice. I watched a video where people were moaning about the Steam Deck. Why would anyone want a Steam Deck when XYZ exists? Because the deck it's pretty nicely built. It's just a good bit of kit. That might be why we want it. Might be why. Okie dokie. So next up, these go into the sideboard here. This, oh dear. Yeah, we gone goofed already. Master of goofing. Okay, let's just pull this back. Open this up a bit. And lift this ever so slightly so that we can get under this ribbon cable and get it out. There we go. Minor goof. Nice. Excellent. Okay, so next up, we've got some buttons to put in. And the Steam button. Now the Steam button has, if I remember rightly, the Steam button goes this side, which it does. And this button here, the button, the little dots, goes over this side over here. Fits in there nice. And then we're going to clip our motherboard connector in. Now, these little FPC connectors are bane of my life, especially on the Switch. There's certain ones on the Switch that just love to break, particularly the LCD FPC. On the Switch Lite, you've got one that goes off to the daughter board. Again, loves to break. Made of absolute cheese. Not the well-designed bit of kit that the deck is. You've got these two here. You've got another screw up here for the board. So let's pop that in. Get that one in. Nice. In you go. Beautiful. And then down the bottom corner there, we've got that. That one goes there. This one goes here. This one goes here. All going to hide that. Fabulous. And then that's going to go over there. But what I might do, I might actually remove this, clean it up, and leave it off so that you can see. Because you're going to be able to see through the back of the deck, right? You're going to have this. So I want it to be clean. Sorry, you're going to have this. So you've got the grill over here that's going to look great. And you're going to see the fan, you're going to see everything underneath it. And I think bits of nasty tape like this are not going to really give us the look we're looking for. It's for the look. I don't like it. Then what we got here? These are identical both sides, so we're going to just pop these into place. Nice. And one over here. Nice. And then I think the next thing we want to do is just get our button set in. Now, I've probably got a better pair of scissors, tweezers even. So let's have a look. This one seems to fit there. This one here, I love the fact that they're all different sizes, rounded, etc. for the console. Just so it fits real nice, you know. Love that. Absolutely love that. Where's this one go? Looks like this one goes like that. And then I cleaned these off previously, but they got a bit dusty on my desk again. That's okay. Because there we go. This bit I didn't need because I actually put the original. So I used as much of the original parts as I could because original parts are king, right? Just generally speaking, it's just nicer quality, especially than the aftermarket and buttons and stuff like that. So you got this little button up here. Oh, you going there? Is that where you live? No. Which one are you? You this one? Yeah, you're that one. Cool. And that's this one here. So let's pop this on. Obviously, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then next up, this is the right one. So the right one is over this side, right? And the big question is does it fit like this? I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah, right side board. Kind of fits nicely. Yeah. Right. All right. How does that fit? It's like I say, or like I said earlier, you're a bit of an idiot like me, and you've taken it apart, and it's taken you a few days to get it back together because you're not very well. Then you're going to be spending a little time doing this left, 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 right. So this one, yeah, goes here, and then this little plug plugs in here. But the big question is, right, that fits in here and in here. Oh, it goes like that. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So that to there, that to there. These two plug in here. There's a screw there, here, and that's one of these. Like that. Nope, not that one. La 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 la. That one. Hold on a minute. Just pause. Okay. Apologies, just had to record. Wife asking me questions. It's a good girl. Plug that in. Plug this fella in. And soon we're going to be able to give it a little test. It's going to be good. These two go down here. idiot. We can't put this board on. Can't put this board on until, ladies and gentlemen, we have put on the other things we need to put on. So, right side of the console, we need this fella. I love that button. Look at this. Again, like, you just don't see this on other consoles. Not really. Right. Not to that. Not modularity to this degree anyway. You just don't see it. Nice. And these two little fellas were held in by these ones. As I say, we've got all sorts of additional screws and stuff. We're not going to be short on screws. We're not going to be short on getting it back together correctly. Not at all. Okay, there's that. And I just pop this one in. And I'm just going to pause up the video real quick because I need to do something real quick. Oh, okay, back. Sorry, a little bit of a side issue. I'm just going to clear off any sticky stuff on these. We'll clean all of that up before I put it back on. And we might have a cat. Come over. Come and say hello. She is my repair friend. On you go. One of my three. And go on. Off you go. There we go. Okay, let's carry on. So I've put this in. Our clicky button. I haven't got anything hanging out, so we can have a look at the front, see how it looks. Oh, it is starting to look good, isn't it? We've got our touch pads in there, looking very nice indeed. Shell's looking nice. Screen is looking very nice indeed. Screen sits nicely on it. It's not going anywhere. And that's good. So yeah, I've put all of the buttons back in over this side. So now I want to put the sideboard in. So we know that the sideboard clips in like so. And we probably need to get that over there. Yep. And then that, where does that go? Okay, this needs pushing down a bit more into the shell. So this should clip under the shell like that, which it does. Whoa, that noise. There's your chance of breaking something right there. And clip that in. Cool. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. And one of those screws is one of these screws. So that's the next one to go in. Hold that board in place. Oh God, talk about the struggle is real, people. The struggle is real. Let's get a better magnetic screwdriver. Just get it started off. There we go. Get that in place. Now this last bit clips into the board, this board here, which is the right board, and this will sit nicely in there in a moment. But first, let's get the rest of these screws in. This screw doesn't, this one, and this one. So let's do that. This one. And then this one. Last but not least, this one here. Clip that ribbon in already. definitely going to be a little bit of work here in the final bit of assembly. So I just want to see how these look at the front, and the idea is that we want them all looking nice. Man, I'm liking this deck. I'm liking this deck. I'm gonna have to do mine now, aren't I? Do something funky with it. Get these out of the way. Let's pop that one in. All of these ribbons and the way that they fit, oh man, puts the Switch to shame, I'm telling you. Anyone that's repaired a lot of Nintendo Switches and gets their hands on one of these, it's like heaven, heaven. There we go. That's two little ribbons. And then this little thing here. So that's some sort of power. Speakers are all attached already. Just gonna turn this round and line this up. Nice. And this one here. I've got these little things, line them up. Oh, in you go. Is that right? Doesn't feel right. I mean, it is right, but it doesn't. There we go. That feels better. Okay, next side. That's still got its two screws. Got lots of screws. Goes there. This one. Okay. So same again. This here. I damaged myself yesterday. Look at this. The fence in my garden. We had like a massive storm, and yeah, the fence went a bit crazy. Blew into our garden and then ruined the office. So right now we're rocking half a fence, which is my mission for the weekend. I'm going to be putting fences up, new fencing. So all fun. Like that, and then this one. Like that, and then this one here. Overall, the reassembly's gone pretty nicely. The fact that I've spent a little bit of time going into all of the bits definitely makes it a bit easier. Okay, that's that. And then on this one, we've got the buttons. So I've already cleaned this button, and this button's got like a bit cut out of it on this side here, and that cut out bit goes this side. Again, it's just good design. Pop that in there. What are you doing, cat? One of the other cats is around, causing carnage. That's what animals do. I wouldn't have it any other way, if I'm honest. So for next time, if you go in this way, clip under and down. That works really nicely. And then we've got the screw up here. Get that in place. And then we've got a slightly different layout on this one. This one up here. Bear with me. Cool. All right. Looking good. Okay. One in there. One in there. What we're probably going to do is get it back together, and then before we put the back on, because we are going to have to take the back triggers out of the old one. And we probably won't drill them, we'll probably just use a screwdriver to core them out. I'll show you that as we're doing it. But what else have we got here? So the only parts we've got are like this lot. Some here. And then some screws. Like so. Cool. So not a lot left. Let's just go under here. Here. Feels like there should be something in these spaces. Like in a switch, that's where the speaker assembly would be, right? But these have got like these flat speakers. I know I keep comparing it to a switch, but it's probably the switch is the handheld I've probably worked on more than basically any other handheld. So that's why I tend to compare stuff against it. Let's pop this in. Like so. One other thing I want to check with this assembly is I've got quite a lot of these now. This originally had one of these screws in it, so let's just check these screws fit nicely. I mean, yeah, that really does fit nicely. Okay, excellent. So we've got 1, 2. Now I'm pretty sure that there was, where this was originally taken off, perhaps not quite the nice screw it should have, because I noticed this on the last one when I was coring them out. The replacement pack has got 3 of these, and this switch only had, this Steam Deck only had 2. And then there was this one. You might remember I had a struggle getting the heat pipe off originally, and I think that's probably because one of the screws was wrong. Just one of the screws. Just get that off, clean that up. Got some thermal compound. We don't go little on thermal compound, we go big on thermal compound. I think that thermal compound was, bought some Epic servers like ages ago, and I think those are one of the big tubes that AMD gave me with those Epic servers. Can't remember. If it's not them ones, I've got some other Epic ones. But yeah, thermal paste is thermal paste on something like this. Yes, it's good to have the right, good thermal paste. Absolutely, always have good thermal paste. Get this one down. See, this one up here, it says no screw. So I'm guessing that when this goes over here, there's going to be a screw position. Yeah, there is. Can't remember if this one has. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I think this side's one. Goes there. And then this one will go over this side like so. I think there's only 1 screw on each or something like that to hold them in place. Again, we'll do that and when the time comes. So what's next? Let's put these cables in and these in. So pop that. Do this one. Like that. This one here. This is the D-pad. I really like how the D-pad and the buttons are on the flex. I just really like it. Such a cool setup. You never get that. Normally they're on the main board, and if they corrode or if something gets under the buttons, it's just a nightmare to fix because they're on the board itself, right? Like, let me try and show you. I could show you a Game Boy board, but I won't. I'm going to show you a Switch board because I've got lots of Switch boards. So this box here is full of Nintendo Switch donors. And let's just grab a Switch Lite, for example. So if you have a look, like here,
these are the buttons, right? That's your D-pad, and then you've got like a button here, and then on another daughter board you've got more buttons. But having them on the main board, when you can offload them onto just a ribbon cable like this, so that if anything does go wrong, you get a spillage or whatever and it corrodes out a little bit, just replace a little flex and off you go. The danger to the main board is a lot less. It's just good design philosophy, you know, what can go wrong and minimize the cost if that does go wrong. Because let's be honest, none of us want to pay more than we have to. There we go, nice. All right, so we are starting to look pretty good, aren't we? You know, starting to look pretty good. Just checking the fitment of the screen. I'll keep doing that throughout the whole thing. Just a bit of pressure, check fitment. Right. Okay. So on this, we've got. I presume this goes in next because no, it doesn't connect it at all. So what we're going to do is pop this daughter in. Now we just need to check that the shield in here that goes like this doesn't connect to that, which it doesn't. It kind of fits like that. So once we're all said and done, all of this is going to just fit lovely. Okay. And we're starting to get it back to an assembled deck. More red ones? There's one. What I will say about the Extreme Rate Steam Deck shells is that it fits a lot nicer than the Switch shells, which you can see there's a bit of a theme coming here. Seems that it's better designed, it fits better. Aftermarket parts seem to fit better. Yeah, a little bit of a theme. So this is our first side finished. Again, that fits nice. And then we're going to take this off. We're just going to get this up underneath it, clip it off. There we go, like so. Button. And then where does this fit? A bit like the. Then we've got that one and that one. So we've got 2 screws for this part, which is this screw here. And this screw here. And a little nice. Because that, yeah, okay. And these fit nicely like this. Yeah, okay. Right, cool. Again, we've got all of these additional screws, and we are actually going to make use of one of them because I believe this screw had the wrong screw in it. I believe. We'll check as we go through. So all of that is in. Yep. We haven't got this screw in, which should be in. And again, as I put these screws in, every layer has got these little arrows. You see this little arrow next to the screw. It's basically saying, screw here, please. And once again,
It's just good design. The other good design, and I'm going to keep mentioning the good design stuff, and if I find any bad design stuff, I'll mention that as well. But more good design is that when you open the back of the deck, your analogs are right at the top. So you can take them out without removing like tons of stuff. And pretty much both switches, the one with the Joy-Cons. So the Joy-Cons you have to remove like a battery and some other stuff to get new Joy-Cons in there. But additionally, the light is just ridiculous. You have to basically strip the whole console down just to get at the Joy-Cons on them, or the analog sticks as we call them. And that, I think, is just a bit ridiculous, to be honest. You don't need that in your life. That's looking nice. And red one. Cool. That's all in place nicely. And we're going to come in and just pop this off as well. Like so. And once again, line it up like so. And again, it's got arrow, arrow, arrow. 1, 2, 3. Nice arrow. Yeah. So I have changed up a few of the screws in the deck. A few. With the aftermarket ones, but the large majority are the original screws. So we're going to put this in. Like that. There we go. Cool. And I think we're almost at that time, people. We're almost at that time. Got all of these screws back in. And what's this? This is L2, L1. Jeez. I will say that the buttons on the Switch are easier to clip in than the deck. These buttons anyway. You know, the left and rights. One side has got sort of a slight you go in there. You can't really see what I'm doing, so my apologies. Like I say, there we go. Cool. And we are cracking along. Boom, that's going to go on there. We're going to have some nice screws there. Black, 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 black. Black one. And then we've got 2 black ones there. Right. So I am going to pop this out because I don't believe this to be the right screw for the job. So let's pop that out for a mo. Unless it is the right screw. Nah. come out of there a lot easier if it was, wouldn't it? All right, so we're going to end up with that, right? Heatsink, looking good. This one is one of these shell screws here. And then we've got two shorter ones to hold that in place. Okie dokie. So go big. I'm going to go with that. New thermal compound. A big blob of it. Anything it doesn't need, it will eject out the sides. It's non-conductive, so we don't care. And then we're going to pop one of these in. Oh yeah, that fits real nice, that screw. Hold on a minute, because my little... Let's pull that off again real quick. This little fella. I'm not sure why that's there. Keeps the screw captive. But again, it's pointless. Unless they're shimming it for a reason. Why would you shim it though? I mean, alright, we'll go with it anyway. Let's pull this off real quick. And let's just shim this. Cool. There you go. Little shim is now in place. I should probably try and come a lot closer. I'm going to, there will definitely be further improvements with the camera and just setup in general over the next couple of videos. Hopefully I can start to get something that actually looks good. Certainly better than it was though, right? Certainly better than it was. We can even, I think we were like that before, so we were working. Could go a bit further away. Like I say, end game has not been calculated. All right, so let's push this down, like so. Nice seal on the shower, on the fan, and then we're going to pop this into position, like so. Everything clears it. Yep. You clear it. Yep. Nice. Okay. Now, if I remember rightly, this was one of these longer ones under here. So we, 1 minute, battery time. Got to put our battery in. It's almost time for the big reveal. Will it turn on? Have I done a decent job? Is the screen good? You know, or is the screen broken? These are quite interesting. How would there really have been screws that cut into this? Yeah, they would have. Nice. Look at that. Okay. That's one of the additional ones I put in. 3, 4. Okay. Put this one in here. 1 minute. Some of these are the rear shell. So that one I've just put in is rear shell. These two are rear shell. This rear shell, rear shell, rear shell, and rear shell up there. Okay. So this one here is a rear shell screw. And you're going to come out, little fella. And I'm going to line you up properly with that one there. 1. Both of these are rear shell. 2, 3. And we are left with the correct number of screws. That's always good to know, isn't it? I've done it again. That's not the right one, ladies and gents. It's this one up here. That's good. Okay, so I'll grab a little bit of this. So because there was a sticker here, we're going to try and get all the old residue off. And we're also going to clean this where it's been open before, even before me. It's got some fingerprints that need cleaning. So we'll do that. And we want to try and get all of this residue off without doing any scratching or damage. So we just got a little pot of IPA, tap on the IPA, and then just rub it. Now, good thing is not electrically conductive, is it? So I can get it on the board. It'll dry quickly. It won't cause us problems. And I will have to get up momentarily to grab another red. Interesting. Yeah, starting to come off now. It's the little things, right? Excuse me. Yeah, to me it's the little things on a build that you can get right or wrong. And it feels like it's the small details like this, just not having little bits of sticker and stuff makes a difference. There you go. Cool. Obviously, because we've got a really bright light above, you can't really see. It does look good. Excuse me. But again, we're going to have this over the top. And then we'll have buttons in it, which is going to be good. So, I guess this is the moment of truth. Does our deck turn on? Have we damaged the screen? Is the screen good? Is everything on our deck good? Move that light. Have that light. I should have done that earlier. Sorry, guys. Right, okay. 3, 2, and 1. This button touches the main board. Battery's plugged in. So, I mean, it could potentially be that I've got no charge in it. So let me go grab a charger. Let's have a look. Plug her in. Light comes on. We've got 0.4 amps. So it is taking a charge. 0.868 amps. 0.4. We put the SSD back in, so we know that's good. I mean, everything here does look good. Could it be that we didn't put the connector for the screen on properly? Don't know. So when I touch it, it does flash 3 times. Let me go get my Steam Deck. So my deck is also entirely out of battery. But this one's got a light on now. Is that just a charging light? When I press it, it flashes 3 times. Okay, what about my one? If I plug it in, light comes on. Do we get a screen come on straight away? What are you doing, Mr. Deck? Okay, 1 point. So my one's making noise. So I'll have to listen to that one, see if it does. But we don't get any screen. My screen comes on pretty quickly. Okay. So from no battery to screen coming on this one. This one we get 3 flashes of the light. Might mean that the LCD isn't connected up properly. I hope that's not the case, but we will check. Downloading updates. Okay. Let's take this out, pop it into this one, and we get a similar sort of thing. But it's got 1.4 amps draw, which would suggest that it's kind of on, I think. Let's hold it down. .4 amps. Kind of looking for it to make a little noise. Alright. And we're on. I wasn't concerned at all. Not for a minute. There was no concern over here, people. No concern. I can hear the audio. The LCD looks beautiful. I think digitizer's working. Speakers are working. This is working. Touchpads, they're probably working. So very much a probably at this point. We don't know. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, we're Steam Decked, aren't we? We are indeed Steam Decked. Let's get rid of that hair. You saw my cats in the last video, so if you wonder why there's a hair, that'll be why. Hold on a sec. Do you know what I really like? I like that the setup screen has got this bluey purple vibe going. Because when it goes purple, I just looked across and the screen comes down and it goes purple. That looks sick. It really does. But you know what we should do? We should power it off. We are in fact low on power. Oh. Menu. Power. Shut down. Confirm. Shutting down your deck. I mean, here's the thing. We didn't break it. So that in itself is good. It's good vibes. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to get a little bit nasty with the original deck buttons. It does pain me ever so slightly because it does mean, okay, I don't know where I got up to before I accidentally paused. My apologies. So we'll pick it up. I'm gonna have to go back and check because this is the disastrous recording session. But again, I'm not feeling very well, and you know, it is what it is. So you're just gonna have to bear with me. So yeah, I've just drilled these out to get it out of the case so that I can pop it into here and use the original back buttons. So I'm going to show you on the other side how I went about that, because I took the simple method, the simple approach, and that is, at first I was thinking, oh, I'll drill down, I'll do this, I'll do that. No need. You don't need to be all smart here. You just screwdriver, bit of pressure, and you can feel it there. There we go. I felt it. Same with this one. Screwdriver, bit of pressure. There we go. Felt it. Once again, screwdriver, bit of pressure, and yeah, there we go. Felt it. Here. And there we go. Cool. And then on these, I've been using this because it's got quite a good little kind of curved edge on it, and I'm trying not to break anything. So I'm just literally getting under it and popping it up. Getting under it, and hopefully to this corner, popping it up. It sounds bad, doesn't it? But it's not. It's coming out quite cleanly. That one needs a bit more. So we'll must have got a corner that we missed. Do that, and we'll go on this one as well, just in case we missed a corner. We can pop that off later, and let's just go under here. Jesus, that literally hit the ceiling. Now, I don't know where it's gone, so that's going to be my next mission. I'll tell you what, the right thing to do here is pause the video while I hunt for buttons. Down here somewhere, noisy buttons. Right, okay. Let me just pause this while I find the buttons. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, that went away. Certainly did. That was I found it at the back of my desk. But yeah, so these are the buttons, and you can see they come out pretty clean. You get a little bit of residue left on this, but this is the top of that post, believe it or not. You can just literally pop it off like that, because what they do is they literally leave post, and we'll pop that in like that. So, but what I want to do here is, I think the thing to be doing at this point is, there we go, nicely fits real nice, is you can see I've already put other parts in, but yeah, this is what you're left with here. Just a little bit of black plastic if you do it right. So it appears we did it okay. We did good. We did good. Now, the next decision we've got to make is what screws to use. What screws do we use? And in order to find out which screws, I'm just going to offer up some screws to it and see which ones seem to work nicely. That goes straight through, so that doesn't work so nicely. They did show some screws with little kind of edges in one of the videos. What we got over here? I think this is exactly the same kit, if I'm honest. So let's find some with quite aggressive threads and that are actually, looking at it, they can be quite deep as well. I'm going to go with these ones. I like them. Fits nice, quite aggressive threads. Should look good. Okay, let's try and just get off what we can of old stuff. The best way to do that is often just go up from underneath and just give it a little, like so, and hopefully it will pull away. Nice. This one up here. What we're trying to do is just get rid of the worst of the. There we go. Nice. Worst of the. There we go. Do the same here. Cool. And we're going to do the same on this one. Go through and then just use our fingernails, and we're just pulling away the burnt over stuff. And that will leave us with a perfect setup. Now, screw time. So I'm thinking there's some in here with quite nice aggressive threads. So I'm thinking these are probably the right screws for the job. So let's use those. Fit nicely. Oh, it fits beautifully, ladies and gents. The question is it should kind of clip in like that. Yeah. Oh, this is quite interesting. So this actually clips and pushes over on this. So there isn't a whole lot of movement. You can see on, and it's the same on the original deck case. There's actually a little area that it fits in, and it doesn't move a whole lot. They're pretty tactile. I don't like them. I don't like them. I think more throwing those buttons would have been quite nice. Everyone's going to disagree with me, I'm sure. But yeah, I love the deck. Not the keenest on those back buttons, if I'm honest. I like these ones with the, oh, there's that one. Again, going with the quite aggressive thread setup here, like that. All of these are in nice now. That's beautiful. Okie dokie. I'm not sure where I paused it, so I'm hoping that you guys saw that the deck was just out of battery earlier and it wouldn't turn on. And that's me. I left it on and left the battery to run out when I was doing some testing to just make sure that it worked before obviously ripping it apart, because that's the worst thing. You don't want to rip something apart that you don't know actually works. So one bit of solid advice I can give you is always test that it actually works. If you're building something, because the last thing you want to do is rip it all apart, break it, and then not know whether it worked in the first place. You can end up chasing for a very long time. Interestingly, this little button here isn't as good as it could be. Right, there we go. So just click this on. We're going to just put the last screws up in here and put it back together, and we'll see what it looks like. But so far, I'm happy with what we have got. we go. Boom. Look at that. That's looking real nice, that is. Black on atomic purple. Man, what a thing of beauty. Hopefully, we don't have to take it apart too much from here on out. So let's get that clipped in. Get all of these clipped in. Sure, once I've got the all the screws in, I'll go around and give it a final clip up just to make sure that it's fitting real nice. So just down here, there's one that doesn't look to fit real nice. And what is the reason for that? Will be the next question. A little lump here, which I'm not happy with. So let's just look at that though. See all the hardware behind. It just looks nice, right? But in terms of these little clips down the bottom, I don't know whether there is something just getting in the way of this screw maybe. So we're just going to quickly pop it open again while we have a quick look. So it's this screw down here and this here. So we're just going to push some of this out of the way. And we felt like it wasn't making the greatest of contact here, but I don't think that's the case. So let's go down again. Sorry, wrong way around. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. All right. Oh, nice. Yeah, that went back together a lot nicer. Some clipping here. Some clipping here. Some clipping, some clapping. I mean, it feels nice. The screen is sitting in there perfect. Buttons are feeling real nice. I'm really liking it. Really liking it. And in the interest of keeping the original shell screws, always handy. So let's just pop it over. Yeah, I really like all of the way that all this looks at the back, the way you can just see everything that's going on. Intake for the fan and how it pulls it all through. It's just cool, right? So, final bits in. It's probably going to be another epically long video, and I'm going to have to do some editing because I've done so many pauses and lost track of where I was so many times, and yeah, but I did need to get it done, you know. So that's why we are where we are, and that's why this, what I was hoping was going to be an awesome video, is probably going to end up not being an awesome video. But I hope you like it all the same. Like I say, I'm going to try and get better. There's no guarantee I will actually get better. I'm definitely going to try and get better. Key here, never over tighten. See a lot of people with over tighten these things. This screwdriver is actually quite nice because it's got like a little kind of almost give in it when you get to it. It's got like almost a ratchety kind of feel. Works nice. Okay. There we have it. All back together. And let's come in for the final reveal. I would like to give some like gameplay and stuff like that, but again, it's not all logged in and whatnot. So I've reset it, and the guy whose is send me his details. Gonna log up in there, and I think one of the plans for it is that it's going to be an emulation station, effectively. Sit on a dock and stuff like that, emulate stuff. Just be a really cool machine for general purpose gaming. So let's plug her in. There we have it, plugged in. What's our amp draw? Nice, 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 nice. 1.4 amps. I'll tell you the charge circuit in this. It's a beast. I've seen it pull in like 2 amps. Pretty cool. Oh, I heard a noise. Does that mean it's going to come on? Or does that mean we are not ready yet? Oh, yeah, it does mean it's going to come on. But yeah, look, here we go. It's pulling 2.2 amps at 15 volts. It's a beast. So I'm going to just turn this light down a little bit. See if we can get it out of the way a bit. But you're still going to see all sorts of my other stuff. But what do you think? Do we like Atomic Purple Steam Deck with black buttons? I think we do, you know. I do think we do. You know, choose your time zone. Oh man, Brasilia. Well, obviously we're not in Brazil, so we're not going to go Brasilia. But yeah, like the fitment of the shell is really nice. Everything fits nicely. There's a clip there that isn't done, so that needs to go in. Shell fitment is real good. How it looks, again, real good. So I never like the feel of these buttons, these rear ones. But that's that, ladies and gentlemen. That is Atomic Purple Steam Deck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and let's go to about, see what we got. Reset to factory. Steam Deck, hollow, a little bit of info about it. Hardware, CPU, AMD, RAM size 16 gig, custom Van Gogh SoC, VRAM size a gig. Doesn't show you the size of the hard disk in here, but that's not a problem. Let's just test some buttons. I imagine they will work when we get in, because they're connected directly to the main board, so they're pushing buttons on the main board. Normally you'd get like a volume bar when you're actually in SteamOS, but maybe as you're setting up SteamOS, that's not something that it's ready to do yet. But yeah, all the touchpads feel pretty good. Oh yeah, yeah, these are got haptic sensors in them, haven't they? So real nice. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much this video done, and that is our Steam Deck. Battery low, 10%. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of it. Let's try and get a better view of it. I guess until next time. I think next time's going to be some WonderSwan stuff. Actually, I'm going to show some custom kart creation stuff, I think. But yeah, I've enjoyed this. It's been a good little project. Software side next. I'm just going to do some bits and bobs, make it nice. But yeah, there you go. Thank you for watching, and any questions, let me know. Till next time.